We're joined today by Ariana, one of the IB Biology seniors, who has recently completed her IA, or internal assessment, for the biology program. So Ariana, can you just briefly explain what you've done for your IA?
Well, my IA was on if sugar and the ratio of sugar in Drosophila melanogaster's diet would affect its genetic code over multiple generations, so seeing if it caused mutations. And so the Drosophila melanogaster is actually your common household fruit fly. And what I did was I took from larger cultures, which I bought, I transferred 10 flies each into my control, my test 1, which had a quarter sugar diet, my test 2, which had a half sugar diet, and my test 3, which had a 3/4 sugar diet. And I tested them over multiple generations, seeing which ones would end up having more mutations after 4 generations.
So Ariana, exactly how would your IA function?
Well, I'll show you the process of anesthetizing flies. So you start, how I formed this is actually a paintball CO2 can, and I actually bought this on Amazon. It just goes around, I can turn on and off the CO2 from here. And then the filtering flask is the most important part of this, because then you can see visually how much CO2 you're putting through this whole process and you're putting into the fly culture. And then I connected a needle to the end of this so that I can easily go through the styrofoam and into the culture without risking any flies escaping. And so you just turn the CO2 on, and you want it to gently bubble. You don't want it to go too fast, because otherwise debris might fly from the culture. And then you would just wait until all the flies collect at the side of the jar, or the side of the culture. And then once that is done, you would turn off your CO2, take out your needle, recap it, and then from here you would open up your culture, and with a stick you would push out the flies and then into a new culture. So I actually saw in my results that my test 1 resulted in more mutations in my controls. So a quarter sugar diet caused more mutations over multiple generations. But what was interesting was to see in my test 2 and test 3, which was a half and a 3/4 sugar diet, the majority of the flies died within a week. And so that can just show how much sugar has an impact on the diet of flies.
All right, thank you, Ariana.